everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the Summoners Report, our brand new League of Legends cast for our Grievance League of Legends Embassy. I'm Tsetsuko, and this is my wife, Ehgi.
Hi.
Just so you guys know, since we are married, there's a good chance I might call her Steph or Stephanie, and she might call me Skylar, so that's who we're talking about, not some random person somewhere else. Also, you may see our other co-casters pop up back here. Got a couple of dogs and a cat, so if you see anything back there, that's what's going on there. So we've got a lot planned. We've got a lot to cover too. This past week has been crazy. There's been a ton of news, the start of the 2014 season, and we have no time to waste, so we're just going to jump right into it, and Steph's going to start us off with some news about email verification.
Alright, for everyone looking for a little more security for their account, as part of ongoing work to keep all Summoners accounts safe, Riot is rolling out email verification for any and all account credential changes. Once activated by players, the system will message your verified email whenever a change has been made to your account, ensuring that you know if any suspicious activity is happening. The process of activating email verification to shield your account from unauthorized access is simple. Just head to leagueoflegends.com and sign in, click your summoner name, follow the prompts to establish a verified email account, and that's about it right there. This is just a first step, as Riot is looking into many more security features to keep your account details safe, like SMS protection and more. As a bonus, Riot is also giving out a 4-win IP boost for everyone that establishes a verified email account. So there's the good news, a little bit of bad news though here.
Yeah, so next up we got a piece of news about the Magma Chamber. You can see it here on the screen. The Magma Chamber was a map that was seen during the 2013 All-Star Game, and recently Riot provided some new insight regarding it. They stated that ultimately we concluded that the Magma Chamber simply isn't the right place for us to further develop a great 1v1 or 2v2 experience, and the mode itself isn't sustainable as a permanent feature. So, after many discussions and a lot of fact-checking, we're halting development of the Magma Chamber map you saw at last year's All-Star Game. That doesn't mean that a lot of you and us didn't have fun dueling it out on Howling Abyss, and we really want to bring back 1v1 and 2v2 in the future. So, the good news there is that for those of us that enjoyed the Snowdown Showdown from December, they will be bringing 1v1 and 2v2 back sometime in the future. Bad news is we're not going to get a really cool lava map, so I guess we'll just have to live with it. But moving on from that, we also we just started the pro esports stuff for the 2014 season as well. So
Yep, and this week kicked off the start of another LOL Championship Series featuring 8 different teams and a total of 28 games. Stay tuned to future Summoners reports when Shadowborn will be bringing you a comprehensive update on the state of the LOL Pro scene.
Yep, Shadowborn will eventually be joining us. He's going to be doing a monthly kind of esports pro scene coverage for us so that we can focus on everything else. So some other pretty cool news that I know a lot of people, even outside of the League of Legends scene, have heard about is Ghostcrawler, Greg Street, has joined Riot Games as a lead designer. If you don't know who Ghostcrawler is, he was a lead systems designer for World of Warcraft for about 6 years, and he just recently left Blizzard, and now he's working at Riot. So that's pretty cool. We've got a hugely talented new lead game designer, and I think we're both looking forward to seeing what comes out of that.
Oh, definitely.
Next up, Riot just recently released some Flex bundles, so we're going to take a look at what are in these different Flex bundles. They're only available until January 23rd. Flex bundles, in case you don't know what they are, they're packaged champions and skins that are offered at a discounted price with the added bonus of you only pay for the things in the bundle that you don't already have. So with that in mind, there's 3 bundles available, and let's check them out.
Alright, first up, we have the Men Causing Mayhem bundle. This bundle features 5 champions and 0 skins. Champions include Zed, Ziggs, Victor, Fizz, and Xerath. Next up is the Noxian Strength bundle, featuring 5 champions and 5 skins. Included in the bundle are High Command Katarina, Tyrant Swain, Gladiator Draven, Lord Darius, and Crimson Elite Talon. Finally, and last but not least, we have the Defenders of Demacia bundle, also featuring 5 champions and 5 skins. This bundle comes with Steel Legion Lux, Steel Legion Garen, Darkforged Jarvan IV, Phoenix Quinn, and Iron Scales Shyvana. And in other news, including champions and skins, we have Lunar Revel coming up here.
Yep, that's right. They have recently stated that Lunar Revel is quickly approaching, so this year we've got 3 new champion skins, new icons, and the return of the mystery gifting feature, which seems to pop up at every holiday, and it's pretty fun. So I've got some good skins and some bad skins out of that. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the new skins.
Alright, first up for the new skins, we have Lunar Goddess Diana. After that, Warring Kingdoms Tryndamere. And finally, Dragonblade Riven. Definitely love that Riven sword, but I'm to say that Goddess Diana is definitely my favorite.
She's not bad. I'm definitely getting Dragonblade Riven, though. Definitely. I don't know about Tryndamere. I feel like he's got a ton of skins that are really good.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Honestly, I don't know why he got another one, but it's cool anyway. So moving on, there are some upcoming rune changes. This was mentioned a little while back during the preseason stuff that Riot was talking about, where they made a lot of changes to the jungle and supports. So they put some new stuff out. Originally, these changes were planned to happen during the preseason, but they've been pushed back. And recently, we've got word that we'll have more information on the rune changes in February, and that we should expect to see those changes implemented by patch 4.3. The goal with rune changes overall is to make rune choices reflect your preferred playstyle instead of feeling like a mandatory part of your champion. For example, currently tier 3 armor runes are considered to be must-haves for just about any role except for maybe some supports. And what Riot wants to do is they want to make those armor runes a choice and not something that you have to have. Otherwise, if you don't have them, you feel like, oh, I'm trying something different, and now I'm automatically at an advantage because I don't have those runes. So I'm actually really looking forward to see what they do for the rune changes, because I don't know about you, but I definitely feel like
I'm using the same runes over and over again.
Like every build, it's like, yep, armor yellows, AP, it's just so cookie cutter right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got a big potential piece of news, and Steph's going to tell you all about it.
And some exciting updates here. Recently, new images have come forth showcasing what could be the next, or at least an upcoming new champion. This news is not confirmed or endorsed by Riot, but judging from the high quality of the model and a few other teaser items, it's hard to deny that this looks like the real thing. The champion has been dubbed Vel'Koz and is an eyeball creature who appears from the void, the origin place of Cho'Gath, Kog'Maw, and other nightmare creatures. I have to say, by the looks of it, though, I'd say he's possibly AP.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I was reading up on his abilities. I got a screenshot of those as well, and he's got some slows and some stuns, and I'm all about CC champions. So
I think he looks like Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Hopefully he might be the next champion, or maybe just a future champion.
One day.
So that's all the news that we've got from this past week. That was just this past week's news alone, and there's some stuff that we left out. Tons and tons happened this past week, and we're not done. So the 2014 ranked reset has taken place, and we are on to a new season. So this season looks like it's going to be full of all kinds of new features and interesting gameplay developments. So we're going to take a look at some of the stuff that was presented on the 2014 season promo site. First up, we've got something I am super excited about. I'm stoked about this. It's the Team Builder feature. So the Team Builder is an unranked queue where players can select role, position, and team strategy that they're looking to play in queue. That's so awesome. You can see it here on the picture on the screen. You know, we've got player 1 here. He's Renekton, and he's choosing his position as top lane and his role as fighter. And you can see the map off to the right shows you, who's filling the different spots in lane and things like that. So this definitely gives you a lot of flexibility to experiment with new team compositions, and you can pick your favorite champ every single game if you want, because you're queuing for, if you love to play AD carry, you're queuing for AD carry. And something that annoys me is when I want to try a new champion, and I think a couple weeks ago I wanted to try Lucian, and I would try to queue up for just a random game, and it seems like every time that I got in there, automatically someone already took the AD carry spot. And I was like, I don't even play AD carry that much, but I just want to try it out. So I think Team Builder, just from that perspective, is going to be pretty cool. I can queue up as Lucian, as AD carry, and just wait till I get a game where I can play that role. So
yeah, it's definitely a nice change, especially because right now, when the minute you enter a room and you have your team together, someone's calling out, I want ADC, I want mid, and it's just like, well, that's great, now I can't play what I want to play.
Yeah, and you get like 3 people that are like, support! I'm like, can't all play the support, so.
And then you'll get that one person who either rage quits because they didn't get their role, or they'll just troll everybody. Alright, up next, Riot also teased that there will be some new featured game modes, and that previous modes, One for All, Showdown, etc., would be making a return this season. On the competitive side, Riot also claims there will be more esports action than ever, and re-emphasized some of the preseason changes they've implemented to create more epic moments of gameplay.
Lastly, Riot is putting even more effort into expanding League of Legends beyond the game itself. We'll have to stay tuned to see exactly what they mean. They mentioned stuff like their video that they made before, and the Jinx music video, so who knows. I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll do something with mobile devices. That'd be pretty
crazy.
Cool.
Text, no.
So next up, we got, with the start of the new season, we also got patch 4.1. And we're not going to go over everything in the patch, but typically, I think what we're going to do during the patches is we're just going to highlight the major changes that happened in the patch. So we're going to go over some of the major champion changes in 4.1. And we are going to start with Anivia.
For Anivia, the speed of her basic attack projectile has been increased, and the mana cost of Flash Frost and Crystallize has been reduced. Additionally, Anivia's ult will now have a warning effect when she is almost out of Glacial Storm's range.
Alright, Annie's Pyromania stun duration is now shorter at earlier levels, but Summon Tibbers' cooldown has been reduced at later levels to compensate. The goal with these changes is to reduce her early game threat while giving Tibbers more late game playtime to compensate. I definitely agree with the stun and everything. She's pretty brutal early on.
Oh, yeah. Coming up next, we have Evelynn. Evelyn's Hate Spite missile speed has been slowed. Ravage's damage has been changed from magical to physical, and Agony's Embrace now grants its shield instantly. Hopefully this makes Evelynn less scary after the preseason changes to Vision.
Janna's Monsoon now channels immediately on activation, and the channel duration has been reduced. Additionally, Monsoon's heal per second and total heal amount have been increased.
Coming up next, we have Jinx. Her base health has been lowered, but her health per level has been increased. Also, Flame Chomper's damage has been reduced, but the arm time has been standardized. This is an overall nerf to her early laning phase.
That makes me sad. I love Jinx.
She's overpowered as it is
Oh,
anyways.
she's awesome. Alright, Nasus's Wither range has been reduced, and the increased range granted through Fury of the Sands to Wither and Spirit Fire have been removed. This is an overall nerf to Nasus's power.
Coming up next with Rengar, we have some bug fixes. Bugs that were causing savagery to be used more often than intended have been fixed, and the basic attack buff has been reduced. Additionally, the heal from Empowdered Battled Roar has been reduced.
Alright, we got some controversial changes to Riven. Her base attack damage has been lowered, but her attack damage per level has been increased to compensate. Additionally, Broken Wings damage has been decreased, and Valor's shield duration was shortened. This is an overall nerf to her early game burst damage, and everywhere I look, I am seeing, wow, Riven is useless now. And so this is definitely one of those rage nerfs that people go crazy over.
Yeah, I can agree. Smaller but still significant change to Shyvana. Burnout and Flame Breath's overall damage has been reduced at earlier levels.
Yeah, she's kind of a monster early on. Thresh's Dark Passage has been given a small collision radius to help it make it more obvious that it is a clickable item. Dark Passage will now bump minions and champions out of the way when cast, or land next beside an immovable object if cast upon. Also, the box has had its cast delay increased slightly, so that should definitely help with the lantern, because I know anytime I play Thresh, you throw out the lantern, and if you're not playing on a team with someone on TeamSpeak or who plays with Thresh, they're just like,
There's no point
I
to
don't know
it.
what that does.
Last but not least, Yasuo's all-steel Tempest casts, including the Whirlwind proc, are now auto smart cast, and Last Breath now grants maximum flow on cast.
That's it for the major champion changes. We got a couple major item changes. I'm sure these are bound to make some people not so happy. Spirit Visage, which is the big armor piece that a lot of tanky champs pick up. The cooldown reduction on it has been reduced from 20% to 10% to make it less of a must-have item on those tanky champions. Also, there's a nerf to Sunfire Cape. Magic damage has been reduced from 40 plus character level to 25 plus character level, and that's with the intent of taking down its lower early game impact. And then additionally, all jungling items have the passive now gives 8% of damage dealt to monsters as health and 4% as mana, half the effect for area spells. And they have also had their health and mana regen removed. So Riot just decided that they really liked that passive bonus that was available on one spirit item, and they applied it to all the jungling spirit items in exchange for taking that health and mana off.
On top of items, we also have some map changes. For Summoner's Rift, outer turrets no longer gain bonus magic and armor for the first 8 minutes of the game. Top and middle lane outer turrets now have 20 damage reduction from champion basic attacks. Other changes were made to items on specific maps, so be sure to double check your item sets to make sure everything is still intact.
I know the intention with those Summoner's Rift turret changes was, I guess, in a lot of the pro scenes, they were seeing lane swaps where, you would, what would typically be like a one-on-one, like mid or top, you would see people double up and go 2 top, versus 1 top, and then that would kind of throw the balance out. So they did this to make it, much more risky to do something like that. And they seem to be doing a lot of that in 2014, just making it more risky to pull off these crazy tactics. So then the last cool thing that's coming out with Season 2014, which is not implemented yet, is something that Riot is calling the New Player Experience, where players new to League of Legends will now have a static roster of free champions to play during their first few levels, after which they'll start using the normal free-to-play rotation. And I think that that's good because, you know, when you first start, they give you enough to get, you know, what, like one champion?
Yeah.
And you can really... You
If
can
you
get
play-
one of the cheap ones.
Yeah, if you get to play the tutorial, you'll have the stuff to get one champion.
Right. So this will give a, you know, I don't know, they didn't say how many it was. I would guess it'd probably be about the same as a free champion rotation, which is like 10 champions or so. But it'll give people a chance to actually get used to a consistent character before, you know, they get thrown into free-to-play or buy it. So
That's true.
that's pretty cool. Obviously, we won't get the experience, you know, but... Alright, and moving on from all those patch 4.1 highlights, we're going to talk about just a couple more things, starting with the champions and skins that are on sale right now.
Yep, it's your last chance for weekend champion skins and champions and skins. Tonight is your last chance to grab any of the skins and champions that went on sale this weekend. For 487 RP, you can pick up a Piltover Heimerdinger. For 375 RP, you can grab Mad Scientist Singed. And finally, Thunderlord Volibear is available for 260 RP. As for champions that went on sale, you can snag Aatrox for 487 RP, Lee Sin for 440 RP, and Mordekaiser for 395 RP. This coming up skin sale for January 21st through the 24th, starting tomorrow, available until Friday, so don't miss your chance to grab these, are Lion Dance Kog'Maw, Glaive Warrior Pantheon, Tango Evelyn, and then for champions we have Sejuani, Vayne, and Shen at discounted prices.
Yep. Sejuani's one of my favorites, so buy her. Or don't buy her, because then I'll get to play her less. I don't know. Anyway.
You get to play her more.
There's more people that own a multiple player. I get to play. Anyway, she's cool. Alright, and then gonna top things off with the free champion rotation. This week's free champions are Karma, Katarina, Lysandra, Misfortune, Olaf, Riven, Skarner, Thresh, Tryndamere, and Twitch. In future casts, we'll be taking a more in-depth look at each week's free champion rotation. But for the sake of time on this cast, we're going to wait until next week to start that, because we just had so much stuff to go over this week that, you know, it's out of control. So look forward to that next week. And then finally, some little embassy news. Actually, there's not a whole lot of news right now. We are in the process of locking down some decisions about what we're going to do and the ways we're going to move forward with the LOL embassy. So next week, we should have a lot of news about what's going on as far as our ranked teams, events that we're going to be having. We've got plans. We're definitely trying to get this ramped up, get our LOL embassy to be active. So, on that note, if you play League of Legends and you haven't been playing with the Grievance LOL embassy, you're wrong. Come play with us. If you join that Grievance chat channel on LOL and you don't play with us, it's just...
You're wrong.
That's right. That's right. So please come play with us. I know that the chat doesn't really make a notification. It doesn't blink when we type stuff into it. So you just gotta check it every now and again, because we do post in there. And also, following this, in about half an hour at 7 Central, we have our Monday Night League of Legends. And Monday Night League of Legends, we get together and we play ARAMs, just whatever. ARAM seems to be the thing right now. They're fun, but and we welcome all players, regardless of your, skill, experience. If you've never played a game, come join us. Come have fun. We really want you to come out there. So that's tonight, 7 CST. Don't forget to join us next week on Monday. We're going to be broadcasting at 6:30 CST starting next week, and following that up with Monday Night League of Legends again. So thanks for tuning in. And anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Thank you.
You guys have a good one.